Street signs, the literal rules of the road, are designed to be lifesavers, but sometimes they can seem like wallpaper. You barely notice them.
Yeah, but not these new ones that have apparently showed up in Boulder. And right now, police are looking for the people who put these up. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live in Boulder this morning. Brianna, these signs had some pretty choice words for drivers. Do you understand why they're making people turn heads?
Yeah, exactly. So some of these signs basically said, put your phone down, slow down. But it's a very simple message, but it just had some foul language. We literally can't even show you on TV or even say it on air. But I do want you guys to take a look at your screen. Here are some of the examples that we can show you right now. So the city says that they've seen several locations across Boulder. They know of 4 locations that they've seen these illegal signs. Those locations are Table Mesa Drive in South Broadway, 28th Street, so up and down 28th Street on J Road, Palo Parkway, and Diagonal Highway. The latest location was actually found late last night by our crews along 28th Street and Cordray Court. It's unclear when they were placed, but they were reported to officials earlier this week. Boulder police say these signs look professionally made, and it's likely a lot of work that went into installing them because the transportation department had to find a special tool to remove these signs from the post. Boulder police say while they appreciate the signs draw attention to people slowing down and staying off their phones, there are more appropriate ways to get the message out. Take a listen.
I'm guessing that it's a concerned citizen that is kind of fed up with some of the behavior they're seeing in their neighborhoods or in other neighborhoods. So, I definitely appreciate the gesture behind, I think, what they were intending to do. But, like we said, it is a crime. And there's definitely other means that people could take to try to let us know of these behaviors.
So Boulder police are investigating this incident as a criminal tampering. They're asking if you know someone that maybe put up these signs. Have you seen most of these signs here in Boulder? They're asking you to call the non-dispatch line. That number is on your screen. On the bottom of your screen, it's 303-441-3333. Now, we've also posted all of this information over on 9news.com. For now, I'm live here in Boulder. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
We'll see what happens here, Brianna. Thank you.
Well, we now know the names of the 2 men who were shot and killed at Utah Park in Aurora on Saturday night. The Arapahoe County Coroner's Office says that they were 20-year-old Isaiah Seppelt and 18-year-old Ahmad Richardson. Aurora police say that the shooting stemmed from an argument at a house party that continued at the park. 2 victims died and a third person, another 18-year-old, managed to walk to the hospital. Police have not made any arrests just yet. They are now looking for any video of what happened, and if you can help them out, you are asked to call Aurora police.
NBC News reports that the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, is shut down right now over an anticipated air attack. The U.S. made the decision to close the embassy after receiving, quote, specific information of a potential significant air attack. Officials are telling any embassy employees to shelter in place. This comes after the Ukrainian capital came under attack by Russian drones early this morning. This is a developing story. Once we learn more, we'll update you on air and online.
A file containing the sworn depositions of 2 women involved in the investigation of President-elect Trump's Attorney General pick, former Congressman Matt Gaetz, was accessed by a hacker on Monday. This is according to a source familiar with the matter and an email obtained by NBC News. The source says that the information in that file was not redacted. It included the testimony of the woman who alleges she had sex with Gaetz in 2017 when she was 17 years old. It also featured the testimony of a second woman who said that she witnessed the encounter. This comes as the U.S. House Ethics Committee is set to meet today to discuss the investigation into allegations that Gaetz engaged in sexual misconduct with a minor. Gaetz has denied the allegations and has not been criminally charged.
President-elect Trump has made another round of picks for the incoming administration, including 2 major donors to his campaign. Trump has named his transition team co-chair and Wall Street executive Howard Lutnick as the next Commerce Secretary. Lutnick is the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, a financial services company. He's been an outspoken advocate of Trump's agenda, including proposed tariffs on goods imported into the U.S. It is not clear if his selection for a cabinet post will affect his role in the transition team moving forward. The president-elect also announced that he will nominate Linda McMahon as Education Secretary. McMahon served as the head of the Small Business Administration during Trump's first term, but she's best known as the co-founder and former CEO of WWE. McMahon will now lead a department that Trump said he planned to get rid of in its current form, allowing each state to individually handle education.
A House Republican has introduced a resolution to ban transgender women from using women's restrooms in U.S. Capitol buildings just before the country's first transgender representative representative enters Congress. The resolution was introduced by South Carolina Representative Nancy Mace. The resolution comes just 2 months before Sarah McBride is set to be sworn in as a new representative from Delaware. Mace says that McBride is a biological man who does not belong in women's spaces. In response, McBride said that this was an attempt to distract from the real problems Americans are facing.
Hakeem Jeffries will keep his role as the Democratic House leader after winning re-election yesterday. Jeffries is the highest-ranking black elected official in Congress and the first to hold the job of party leader. He is expected to be the party's nominee for House Speaker when the new Congress convenes in January, but the gavel is expected to stay in the hands of current Speaker Mike Johnson, since Republicans will still hold the majority.
Burr, it is cold out there on this Wednesday morning.
Oh, bring it
We're waiting
on.
for the cheer to come out.
What?
The stomp and clap.
I just don't see any toros in the atmosphere. I don't see them. That's it. 15 degrees this morning. Early 2000s movies, boy. Coldest morning since March the 26th for us here in Denver. 239 days since it was this cold. And of course, the foothills, we got some pretty strong winds as well. Erica, I know you're probably a big fan of that reference as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember it. I said, Burr. It's cold in here. Yeah. But you know what? Good job, Chris Bianchi. That was great. Round of applause for you. What is not great is what we're dealing with on the interstate right now. These are a couple different live looks from CDOT. We've got a southbound I-25 crash right around the 84th exit this morning. A little bit hard to make out. Sky 9, unfortunately, had to leave the scene, but we've got 2 left lanes blocked off right now. Only 2 right lanes open and moving. This is all the way back in North Glen at 104th Avenue, where we're dealing with some really significant delays. We're already up to anywhere from a 10 to 15 minute backup if you're going to be traveling from the Westminster North Glen area headed toward Thornton and toward 84th Avenue. So Washington Street, Huron Street are good options for workarounds.